movie are creatures, animals, long devoid of any virtue.
Tonight on the Nightly Chill, we take a look at Exit to Hell, a throwback to grindhouse cinema and 80s B horror that follows a group of criminals on the run from the mob. But when they find themselves trapped in a dusty town in the American Southwest, this group of misfits are soon at the mercy of crazed locals and a police officer with a taste for extreme violence. I'm Cinematico Magnifico of AmoralCrackpot.com, and if there's any major flaw to be found in Exit to Hell, it might be how horror icon Kane Hodder is hardly present, despite him being a key aspect of the movie's promotional material. This isn't to say that the rest of the movie somehow lacks any glaring faults in its production, but it does speak to the overall enjoyment to be found here if the biggest complaint to be made is that one particular actor isn't in more of it. While not anywhere near the quality of movies like Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror or Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, writer-director Rob Conway manages to accentuate the positives while mostly hiding the negatives. The brief snippets of bad dialogue and often equally bad delivery feels intentional thanks to the blatantly silly and over-the-top nature of any given scene. Gratuitous violence comes across as something to cheer for, even if it is somewhat downplayed due to budget restrictions. And most of all, never does it feel as if Conway is somehow overreaching when it comes to the restrictions of genre, stylistic choice, or small budget. Far too often, a horror movie like Exit to Hell attempts to smarten up its own material rather than embracing the clearly lowbrow nature of it, resulting in scenes that drag on when they should have been cut short, actors struggling to poorly deliver poorly written dialogue, and special effects that are embarrassingly low quality. But by working with the fairly limited range of his actors, limiting the appearance of low-budget special effects, and other smart creative choices, Exit to Hell, while wholly unoriginal, feels like a uniquely crafted experience with a budget larger than what it probably had. Of course, Exit to Hell isn't without fault, far from it. As characters are picked off one by one in appropriately gruesome fashion, viewers with a taste for horror will easily pick up the blatant nods and lifts from classics like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have Eyes. But whether you've seen these horror classics or not, you will feel as if you've seen this movie before in some fashion or another. Nothing about Exit to Hell is unique, from its paper-thin plot, to its killer, to its unlikable leads. Even its barely there budget becomes apparent when the minimal special effects are not so subtly covered up with camera tricks and quick edits. If not for its highly stylized approach, Exit to Hell might feel like just another Me Too entry in the slasher subgenre of horror. Fortunately, the movie never pretends to be anything more than what it is, mindless, violent fun that confidently races to the finish line without ever feeling like it has to slow down to explain anything or to show off. You can follow Amoral Crackpot on Facebook and Twitter, and also be sure to leave any questions, comments, and suggestions for future reviews in the comments section below, and maybe discuss today's movie at greater length. Tomorrow night on the Nightly Chill, we take a look at Would You Rather, in which a mysterious rich benefactor offers up a fortune to a group of desperate individuals in exchange for participating in an increasingly sadistic series of dares. But until then, I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here.